I mentioned the 50 most beautiful people because I'm always looking at those lists thinking, this time I'll be in there. Wearing like a leather bodysuit or something, and it never happens.
It's all about who you know.
It's who you know, exactly.
Yeah.
It's all political. Now, I looked at yours, and they describe you in this 50 most beautiful people, and they say that you don't use deodorant. And I'm thinking, first of all, what are we saying that for? What are you telling people that for? And why? And then why don't you use deodorant?
Well, first of all, what right do they have to call me one of the 50 most beautiful people in the world? I mean, seriously.
Just take it, man.
Okay.
I would say, I wouldn't be like getting mad about it. I'd be saying, all right, if you're okay with it, you know, put me on the list.
I've just, you know what? I've never liked the feeling, the sticky sort of gooey feeling that you're putting something under your arm. I'd rather just smell the way I smell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I would prefer it if you wore deodorant myself.
Right now, yeah.
Exactly.
This is a great... Actually, you know, I did that
I wish I had
show.
some spray on right now and just start spraying you. No, I can't smell a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I did that show, The View, and two of the women just sort of stuck their noses under my arms on live television. It was the most embarrassing thing.
I hate to break it to you, they do that to all the guests on The View. It's just what they're into.
It's very intimate.
I'm serious. Watch that show sometime. It's a freak show. Now, I went to Australia for only been there once. I went there for the Olympics because NBC had the Olympics, so I went to do some stuff. And I was wandering around, and I just loved the Australian people.
Right.
And those expressions that the Australian people have, they really have them. You know, it's not just something that like Crocodile Dundee made up. You guys walk around and you have these amazing expressions.
We do, yeah.
Is there what's your favorite?
Well, you know, pissing in your pocket.
Is that a sport or is that an expression?
You know, it's I use it a lot.
What does that mean?
Don't piss in my pocket. It's like, it's when you're damning someone with faint praise. Like, you know, like, I love this show. This is such a great show. I mean, you did such a great job at the Emmys. I mean, you're a wonderful guy.
Right.
That, to the point of...
I love that. What's wrong with that?
I know.
Let's have a little more piss in my pocket any day, buddy. That'll be taken out of context.
Right. Well,
Conan O'Brien and Simon Baker, piss in my pocket any day, buddy.
A pissing contest.
Well, but that means, okay, damning with faint...
Damning with faint praise, yeah. Right. You know, it's like Bob's your uncle, you know. But it's, most of the expressions are not literal. They're...
Right. So no one's ever literally done that to you?
It happened once.
One time it happened. Okay, let's hear about that.
It's a very pathetic, you know, it's a very pathetic story. I was selling timeshare at the time. I was about 21, not even, actually I was about 18, and I went to a pub, and I was talking to this cute blonde girl, and I hadn't had a drink, and I went to the bar to order a drink, and I ordered the drink. It was a sunken bar, you know, the bar's lower, the barmaid's down lower, and so I felt this warm feeling, and there's this guy urinating on the front of the bar, and I just...
On purpose?
On purpose,
What's wrong with you Australians?
Yeah, he'd had too much.
Was it that kind of bar? Like people just, or is that just?
It wasn't that kind of bar. The guy was just off his rocker.
Yeah.
And I said, mate, you're pissing on my leg.
Yeah.
And he said, shh. Which, you know, that goes down really well. It's like
that's a drunk person's response to anything. Yeah. You just set fire to the whole town.
So I reacted as you would. Not in a... I grabbed the guy by the throat and sort of started swinging at him.
Right.
And the next thing you know, I got grabbed from behind by this big couple of big Maori guys in like a chokehold, and I couldn't breathe, you know. And I remember just seeing this blonde girl wondering what happened to a drink as they threw me down the stairs of the thing. And the barmaid hadn't seen this guy pissing on the bar and just saw me attack him, and...
So she just didn't know what was going on.
He stayed in the bar and kept drinking all night. I hadn't had a drink, and I got thrown out.
And you got urinated on, which is... I just had to add that part. You know, can I say something? It seems like Australians all have really manly... All your stories are manly stories. Like, he was pissing on me, and I grabbed him, and I got thrown out, and then a kangaroo. You know, it's always like... My stories are like, and then my hand conditioner ran out. And I had to get more. But then they were fine again. Why are your stories all so manly and rough and tough?
It's not, you know, It's a terrible cliche,
But it's partially true. That it seems like there's just more fighting and roughhousing in Australia.
Where I grew up, I grew up in a country town, and there was 6 guys to 1 girl, so it was like the 5 guys didn't get the girl,
Right?
You know, and there was a lot of everyone drank, you know.
And so there's a lot of drinking and then anger probably against the guy who is with the girl.
Well, certainly if they took the guy out that got the girl, then it opened up the opportunities for the other thugs.
Right. So there really is a lot of, you're probably...
There was a lot of testosterone in that area, yeah.
Hey, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No,
I'm sure
I
you
don't. I was pissing in your pocket.
You were pulling my leg.
Pulling your leg.
That's right.
Well, The Guardian airs Tuesday nights at 9 on CBS.
Right.
And thanks very much for stopping by, for making
worries.
time for us. Good to have you here.
Cheers.
Simon Baker, everybody. We'll take a break when we come back. Blues Traveler is here. Stick around.